is intrinsically evil. That is what it is. We are all evil in our own sense. We are all selfish in our own sense. And that is what we are. You cannot change this thing. It's not the premise of being moral or being moralistic about your arguments. You must see the world as it is and look at it from a straight up eye. And when it comes to the premise of global politics, you must also see global politics the way it is, right? And in global politics, like we have analyzed in the discourse from week 1, we said politics is all about power and self-interest. There is nothing beyond that, right? We said really see the world as it is. So let's start with that. Seeing it, telling it the way it is realistically. And they believe that global politics is all about power and self-interest. And that's why this perspective is referred to as what? Power politics. The international system is all about power and self-interest. Now, going to the core assumptions of realism. They believe that people are essentially selfish and competitive. That's the premise of egoism. It is the nature of man to be selfish. So if somebody say you are selfish, the person is actually not, it's not a derogatory statement. If I refer to you as being selfish, it's not derogatory. It's just me telling you the truth, right? You are selfish. It's our nature to be selfish. Every man is selfish. Every human is selfish, right? And in the premise of this selfishness is every time I discuss this point, I always want to refer back to the discourse on love. Do you believe in love? Let me open up the discussion in this space. Do you believe in love? Does love exist?
Sure.
What are you saying, Marcel?
Sure.
You believe in love?
Love exists. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Any other person, do you believe in love?
Yes.
Okay, Raja also believe in love. Who else?
Yes.
Do you have an opposing view? Can I assume that the whole class believes in love? If you don't believe in love, let me just indicate. Okay, silence is consent, right? So I assume the whole class believe in love. Okay, so what is love in the first place? What is love?
Chemicals.
How do you interpret love?
Chemicals in the brain.
Chemicals in the brain. Interesting. Okay. I want more opinion. Chemicals in the brain, yes. How else do we interpret love?
If you're not a romantical type, you can say love is a feeling which keeps two people together to raise children.
Okay, love is a feeling that keeps two people together to raise children. That's nice. I like that. Okay, one more.
Maybe love is about loving someone and receiving love.
Okay, loving someone and receiving love. Interesting. Okay, Ivan, Vincent, let me hear you. Ivan, Vincent, Tom, Linda, let's hear you. What is your own interpretation of love? Because the premise is that we all agree to the fact, or better still, you all agree, except for me, right? You all agree that you believe in love. So what is your own
I do believe in love, but I think it's a selfish motion because you claim something in a sense.
Okay, I like that, Ivan. Yes, Vincent, Linda, Tom.
I don't really have it or can word out what I think about love, but I just think it's there, and yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think love is care for someone else and love someone else and have feelings for someone else.
Okay, interesting. Tom, is Tom there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't really have a strong opinion about it, I guess.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's continue. In the premise of realism, we say we established the fact that realism says we should look at it realistically, right? To see things the way they are. The truth is that there is nothing like love. Love in its true sense, or in the perception in which the world assumes love should be, does not exist. Love do not exist. That's the premise in which the realists come to say. That love is, like Ivan raised, selfishness. Love is, when you say you love somebody, what you are invariably meaning is that you love yourself. Love is actually about self. It's not about the other. Are we together? Are we together? Love is about self. It is selfishness. It is not selflessness. Love is not selfless. Love is selfish. In the ground that you are just a collateral beneficiary of someone else's selfishness. If you believe in the fact that you are the collateral beneficiary of someone else's selfishness, then we say love exists. But in the true sense of the word, there is nothing like love. Love do not exist in its true sense. Because now, like Marcel just said now, that it is two people coming together to make babies. Now, that is two selfish people that their interest aligns. So when your interest aligns with my interest, then I say, I love you. Then you say, you do what? You love me. So what we are invariably saying is that I am selfish, I love me, and you love you. What you do is that you love the feeling you get when you are with me, right? Not necessarily because I love the feeling you get when you are with me. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it make sense? So you see, in the true sense of it, the love does not exist. Love itself is selfishness, right? Because it is the feeling you get, not the feeling that other person gets. So that is why immediately, at any point in a relationship, for instance, once you realize that you are not benefiting from that relationship, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
Once the relationship is no longer to your interest, what do you do?
I leave, break up.
What do? You leave. You break up. So you see, it goes back to that space that the true sense is that it is not about the person. So when somebody tells you, I love you, you know better now. You know the fact that no, you don't love me, you love yourself. You only love the feeling you get when you are with me. And basically that's what it is. And then if you move that even further, away from the premise of relationship, what is the relationship between a mother and a child? Do you think that a mother loves her child? Or a parent love their children? Do you think they love their children? Based on this analysis we just gave now. Do you think love exists within the space of a parent and a child?
I hope so.
You hope so. I need you to be critical about it now. Do you think love exists in that space?
When we go with what you told us, parents love their children in a way so that their children can take care of them when they are older.
Yeah, that's a point. They do that so that the children can take care of them when they are older. That's one. Sometimes they are doing that because they enjoy the feeling they get by doing that. It's not about the children. If they don't do that, they don't feel nice. So you see, a father will not take care. A father or a mother takes care of their kids because of the feeling they get. It's all about them. At the inner of every action, that's what we are saying, that in every action and inaction of man, there is an innate, it's like onions, right? It's always hidden in the layers of many layers. When you keep peeling, you will not realize that there is a self in it. That's why when you want to express your love to somebody, you say, I love you, right? It's an I thing. It's all about you, right? Even when people try to do things that are referred to as selfless service. Selfless service itself is not selfless. That's what we mean in realism, that there's no selfless service. What we have is selfish service. Are you getting me? Because it is the feeling you get. There is always something, there's always something, there's always an agenda, right? So with realism, we believe that there is always an agenda in every action